Alright guys, we're out here at St. Mark's today, and the boat ramp was really crowded. I should have set you guys up ahead of time, but I didn't, and there's a lot of boats and traffic, so now we're doing the intro. We're already out here. Give you a little tour. And today is the opening weekend of scallop season for the Gulf Coast in Florida. And that's what we're doing out here today, in about 5 feet of water. Not sure if you guys can see that down there. And we're gonna be looking for scallops. Alright guys, so I got my fins, mask, and snorkel. And I got boots for the fins because they're dive boot fins. But I'm gonna put them all on and jump in the water, and I'll see you guys there. The Florida Bay Scallop season starts in July. July 1st is the opening day. And for this area that we're in, you can keep up to 2 gallons of scallops. Well, that's a lot of scallops. You only need a handful or two to make a pretty good meal. That's what we're out here looking for today. When you scallop, you kind of like snorkeling on the surface over the grass beds in the Gulf of Mexico. And the grass beds stretch for miles. And once you see a scallop down in the grass or along the bottom in a sandy area, all you do is dive down and pick it up. Unfortunately, the first spot wasn't pulling very many scallops, and we decided to move. Alright guys, we changed up spots and we got a little closer. It's a little shallower, there's some more boats here. Only got 2 where it was deeper, so we'll try shallow and see how that works. Unfortunately, this spot didn't have any scallops that we could find. So we decided to pack up and head back a little closer to where we came out. Maybe stop and do a little fishing along the way. And as you can already see, this spot was loaded with scallops. And once we found out where they were, it was pretty easy snorkeling around and picking them up until this incident. When it's opening weekend and 4th of July weekend and there are tons of boats around, hearing that motor definitely sounded way closer than it was. But just shows why you should stay within 300 feet of your dive flag and the boat. And after doing that a couple more times, we're ready to head in.
Alright guys, the boat ramp is crazy busy, but we're back here. Got our scallops on ice so they can chill, and when we get home we can chop them up, I guess, and I'll catch up with you guys then. So we're back here at the house. I got the scallops on ice. What I did at the boat ramp is I took them out of the live well and put them on ice. One thing I wasn't expecting was some of them had barnacles and stuff like this, and they all fell out or fell off in the boat cooler, so I got to make sure to clean that up really well. But yep, I got the scallops here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I guess separate the muscle part from the rest of them in the shell. I'm gonna put the shells in this bag to throw out with the trash, and then I got a little just dish for the actual scallop that you'll eat, the part you'll eat. So just tie this here real fast so it doesn't blow away, and we'll get started. So on these that are closed, what I like to do is just find a little opening in the shell back here and stick the front of this knife and wiggle it until it gets in between here. I've heard people say you can use a spoon too, so if you don't have like an oyster knife, it shouldn't be an issue from what I've been told. But I'm just going to scrape the top of the shell like this, and that way it's going to take the I keep saying oyster. It's going to take the scallop off the top, and you can see this is attached to the top shell. So we'll cut that like this with the knife, and that way you can just pull the top shell off. And then I'm going to come under here and scoop it over the oyster, the scallop, over the scallop. And you can see the scallop right here, and I'm just going to kind of pull the membrane over the top like this, and it's all off. I'm gonna put it in my bag down here. There we go. Now I'm just gonna take the knife underneath the scallop and put it in my little container, and we'll keep going away on them. So just wiggle it in here. Once it gets in, you can kind of pry it back and forth. And then what I like to do is just take it, scrape the scallop. It'll pop open like that. You can see once it's scraped off, it'll just pop up, and you just peel it back. Throw the top half away. Reach around the scallop and peel that membrane off over the top without damaging the scallop is the tricky part. There it goes. And just pull it off. That goes in the bag. Scrape the bottom shell now, and there you go. One scallop. So I'm gonna do the rest of this bucket here, and then I'll see you guys in the kitchen. Alright guys, well we got our scallops, so I'm gonna start heating up a pan here, and I'm gonna wash them in the sink just to get all the extra stuff off. So I'm just gonna fill the dish up with a little bit of water and mix them around and then drain it. Oop, and try not to lose any. There we go. Nice. So then we have all our scallops and they're all washed and the extra gunk on them is off. Then I'm going to take a couple of paper towels
and just make a little bed for them. I'm gonna kind of space them out here so that I can pat them dry. That way they're dry when I put them in the pan, so they'll sear nicely. They are pretty small though, so I don't know how the sear is gonna come out, but we'll try. Try and see, pull any extra little bit off. I accidentally ripped 4 of them in half, so we can count them real fast, and I'll just take 4 away from the count to make back the extra half pieces. So let's do that real fast. 31 minus 4, so we had 27 scallops total. Seems like actually quite a few. So I'll get some more paper towels and I'm just gonna pat them dry like this. Make sure they don't stick. Kind of roll them around a little bit too. Oop, I didn't thought I was gonna do, but oh well. Nice. So now they're all dry and ready to cook. So the pan's getting hot, so I'm just gonna use a fork and a little bit of butter here. Now what I'm gonna do is try to put them with the little round side down like this. And that way it'll sear. And then we'll just kind of move it over. I don't know if they will stay like that, but we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna let them cook like that for about 30 seconds, then I'm gonna try to flip them over. And we'll see how this goes. Coming out pretty good. So I'm gonna let these cook. I'm gonna flip them all over and let them cook about another minute, and then I'm gonna pull them off and I'll show you guys what they look like. All right guys, the last thing I'm gonna do is knock them all over like this. I put a little butter in the pan. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of Old Bay around, just give them a little bit of seasoning, flavor. I'm just gonna kind of stir them around like this, and they're all done. Let's put them on a paper plate real fast and see how they taste. All right guys, so here's our scallops, and you can see the Old Bay and the butter really got around on them really good, so that's nice. So grab one here. They're pretty hot still from the pan, but you can see the edges of this one is we got some golden brown around here, which is what you want, and then just kind of firm feeling. So let's try it out. That's really good. So if you're a scallop person, they're super easy to catch, as you've seen. They fry up real nice, extremely fresh. They got that sweet taste to them. Not just that, but they smell amazing. So if you're I can't stop eating. I gotta put these down so that I can finish this video. But if you're a scallop person, go on out to the coast, get some scallops, and just fry them up like this. Great meal. Maybe make a couple sides with some rice, broccoli, stuff like that. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel. There's gonna be more stuff like this coming out pretty soon. Just more kind of outdoors videos. So thanks for following along, and hope you enjoy.